Kalimera, παιδιά! Good morning, guys! Τι γίνεται? How are you doing? Welcome to my Greek diary. This is Sarah from Spain. I am learning Greek, and here through my Greek diary and this channel, I am posting how and what I study Greek every week. So today I'm going to be focused on how to understand and what examples, phrases we could use to remember and to memorize a bit better the special case of I like, you like. Probably some of you have already seen this structure and you find it a bit hard to understand. So today we are going to be focused on that. This is a bit hard, especially if you are an English speaker. Why? What's wrong with English speaker? Nothing wrong at all, okay? English grammar doesn't have exactly this structure like Spanish grammar has, I think Italian grammar also has, and definitely Greek has, okay? So it's nothing wrong, it's just how grammar in every language is being assessed. So today we are going to go through that and we will do step by step. We are going to be focused first step, to understand how the common structure in phrases work. That's the first objective. The second step is to assess how this I like works and how it works for singular things that you like, how it works for plural things that you like, and how it works when the thing that you like is an action, that you like taking pictures, you like playing football, this type of actions. So it's quite ambitious today and we are gonna do a lot, but step by step, sira sira, little by little, we will go through all this. First step, let's revise how this general structure in phrases work. For instance, we've got η γυναίκα παίζει με τη γάτα, okay? Then we've got οι άνθρωποι περπατούν με τα σκυλιά. Η κοπέλα βγάζει μία φωτογραφία. We've got η γυναίκα is the subject, οι άνθρωποι is the subject, η κοπέλα is the subject. Then we've got different actions, the verb, which is παίζει, περπατούν, βγάζει. Those are the verbs, and then we've got the object. Με την γάτα, με τα σκυλιά, μία φωτογραφία. Okay, so that's the general structure. In all these cases, we've got η γυναίκα, οι άνθρωποι, η κοπέλα. Those are used in the nominative way because it's the main subject. If you don't understand still how that nominative versus accusative work, I recommend you to stop the video now, go to check this other video where I go step by step assessing these differences in nominative and accusative, and then once you get a bit more used to these concepts, then come back to here, okay? So now we all kind of understand how these structures work. However, the challenge comes in the next step. I'm gonna show you 3 pictures. We've got ο σκύλος, η γάτα, το τοπίο, the landscape. These 3 pictures, if you're an English speaker, I would say, oh, I like the dog, I like the cat, I like the landscape, okay? In English language, this I is the main subject, like is the verb, and the dog, the cat, the landscape is the object. So it follows the same structure as we did before in the step number 1. However, for the Greek, Spanish, Italian grammar, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. So the way we are gonna say is μου αρέσει ο σκύλος, μου αρέσει η γάτα, μου αρέσει το τοπίο. We use μου αρέσει, μου αρέσει. It doesn't really says εγώ αρέσω o esquilos, like normally we would do. You know, we'd say εγώ, αρέζω, we pair. No, it doesn't. And why it doesn't? Why? What's wrong with this Greek grammar? Very simple. In this grammar, ο esquilos, η γάτα, το τοπίο, these three, they are causing the feeling of being liked. So somehow we don't really have willpower on controlling if we like something or not. And the grammar in Greek assess this perspective. So since that happens, we are gonna use ο esquilos, η γάτα, το τοπίο in the nominative way because they are the main subject causing the feeling of me liking it. That's how it works, the grammar. Isn't it crazy? That's how it works. I mean, if you're a Spanish speaker, for you, it's fine. You will understand that better. But for many English speakers, that is hard because it doesn't exist, this scenario. So, but don't worry at all. I mean, it's step by step, siga siga, little by little, you will get it. It's just a matter of practice and practice and practice. That's how it works. So here we use μου αρέσει. Μου αρέσει, basically, μου means by me. It's like the cat is like by me. The dog is like by me. The landscape is like by me. So here we say μου because that's by me. Αρέσει is in the third singular person because το τοπίο. Η γάτα, ο esquilos is singular third person. Okay, so that's how it works. Let's go a bit further. Let's imagine that it's not μου αρέσει like I like. What about the rest of the subjects? You like, she likes, we like, they like. How is gonna work? Okay, let's go now through that. So we've got μου αρέσει ο esquilos. We've got σου αρέσει ο esquilos, σου αρέσει η γάτα, σου αρέσει το τοπίο. Then we've got for he, we've got του αρέσει. For she, we've got της αρέσει. Της αρέσει ο esquilos. And for it, we've got του αρέσει. It's the same as he. Okay? For the we form, we are gonna say μας αρέσει. Μας αρέσει ο esquilos. Μας αρέσει το τοπίο. For the you, formal and plural, we are gonna say σας. Σας αρέσει. Σας αρέσει ο esquilos. Σας αρέσει η γάτα. And for they, whether it's they feminine, they masculine, they neutral, it's not gonna change. We will say τους. Τους αρέσει. Τους αρέσει ο esquilos. That's how it works. And let me tell you something, that μου, σου, του, της, του, μας, σας, τους is exactly the same pronoun as the possessive. Yeah, so if you have done possessives, it's exactly the same pronoun, exactly the same. So I'm gonna share with you the link with the possessive I did months ago, because that helps massively to remember. So, αρέσει is not gonna change because it's one thing in singular that we like. It's not gonna change. But we need to change μου, σου, της, του, μας, σας. It's the only thing we need to change. What about negative? How?
Sarah, for the negative, we are going to add just a then in front. The same way you have been doing with all the verbs, okay? I know this is a special case, but still you put then. Δεν μου αρέσει ο σκύλος. Δεν σου αρέσει η γάτα. Δεν του αρέσει το τοπίο.
So next step number 3. How does it work this if I like something in plural? Let's say I like animals, I like movies, I like series. It's in plural. Okay, let's take that. So we've got
οι ταινίες. Οι ταινίες, the movies. Οι σειρές,
Σειρές, the series. Τα ζώα, the animals. Okay, we've got this. So here, what we are going to do is to keep μου, σου, του, της, του, μας, σας, τους. That's not gonna change. But now, what we like is plural. So we cannot say αρέσει. We will say αρέσουν. Αρέσουν. Yes, that's how we are gonna say. Μου αρέσουν
οι ταινίες. Μου αρέσουν οι σειρές.
Μου αρέσουν τα ζώα. Σου αρέσουν
Οι ταινίες.
του αρέσουν
Οι ταινίες.
της αρέσουν
Οι σειρές.
του αρέσουν τα ζώα. Μας αρέσουν τα ζώα. Σας αρέσουν.
Οι ταινίες.
Τους αρέσουν.
Οι σειρές.
Okay, so that's how it works. Now we need to make sure that we remember αρέσουν. Okay, for the plural things. How it's gonna work for the negative.
Sarah is the same. Εντάξει, is the same. You just put then. Δεν μου αρέσουν οι ταινίες. Δεν σου αρέσουν οι ταινίες. And so on. Sarah, please.
We understand the structure of the phrases, how to use this special case of αρέσει, with singular, with plural. What about activities? When let's say, I like to take pictures, I like to travel, I like to run, this type of things. Let's go to the singular. For the singular, we took μου αρέσει, σου αρέσει, της αρέσει, and so on. Now we are going to add a να. Μου αρέσει να. Μου αρέσει να. Σου αρέσει να. Του αρέσει να. And so on. We will add να. And let's imagine and let's take the verb βγάζω. Βγάζω φωτογραφίες. Okay? I like to take pictures, which indeed I do. So, how would I say that? Μου αρέσει να βγάζω φωτογραφίες. Okay. What about you? Σου αρέσει να βγάζεις φωτογραφίες. Here is a bit the challenge because we need to pair the verb according to μου αρέσει να βγάζω. Σου αρέσει να βγάζεις. Του αρέσει να βγάζει φωτογραφίες. Της αρέσει να βγάζει φωτογραφίες. Του αρέσει να βγάζει φωτογραφίες. Μας αρέσει να βγάζουμε φωτογραφίες. Σας αρέσει να βγάζετε φωτογραφίες. Τους αρέσει να βγάζουν φωτογραφίες. So, αρέσει doesn't change. We need to be extra careful with this. I truly believe that with verbs becomes a bit more challenging, but it's not impossible. It's a matter of practice. Yes. And how is gonna work with negative? Guess.
Είναι το ίδιο. Δεν μου αρέσει να βγάζω φωτογραφίες.
Ακριβώς. Now, I'm gonna challenge you with a new verb. Let's take, for instance, the verb to travel. Ταξιδεύω. I'm gonna ask you to pause the video and now try to use I like to travel. You like to travel. She likes to travel. And so on with the verb ταξιδεύω. The verb ταξιδεύω is the same structure and the same logic as the verb βγάζω. It has the same endings. So try to pause for a second and write it down and then check with me. Okay? So with ταξιδεύω is going to be μου αρέσει να ταξιδεύω. Σου αρέσει να ταξιδεύεις. Του αρέσει να ταξιδεύει. Της αρέσει να ταξιδεύει. Του αρέσει να ταξιδεύει. Μας αρέσει να ταξιδεύουμε. Σας αρέσει να ταξιδεύετε. Τους αρέσει να ταξιδεύουν. How did it go? Did you manage to do it well? Great. Shall we give it another try with the verb, for instance, τρέχω? I run? Let's give it a try again. Do the same. Pause the video, try to write it down with the verb τρέχω, to run. Μου αρέσει να τρέχω. Σου αρέσει να τρέχεις. Του αρέσει να τρέχει. Της αρέσει να τρέχει. Του αρέσει να τρέχει. Μας αρέσει να τρέχουμε. Σας αρέσει να τρέχετε. Τους αρέσει να τρέχουν. So, I know it's a bit hard, but I promise to you, the more we practice, because obviously this is hard for me as well, not because I'm Spanish and I already know how this structure works means I don't struggle, I do struggle, okay? Why do I struggle? Because, for instance, with actions, I need to be aware that if I say she likes running, I have to say της αρέσει να τρέχει. So I need to be aware of this. The same goes with the plural. I am not really sure, I'm not confident yet with the plural nouns. And obviously I really need to have a bit more vocabulary, which gradually I'm building, okay? But it's a matter of time, it's a matter of practice. So please don't be in despair. We will get there. We're definitely gonna be there. Ways to intensify when we want to say μου αρέσει. You could say μου αρέσει πάρα πολύ, which is I love it. Μου αρέσει πάρα πολύ. You could say μου αρέσει πολύ. I like it a lot. You could also say μου αρέσει λίγο. Μου αρέσει λίγο. Like I like it a bit. You could say δεν μου αρέσει. Δεν μου αρέσει. That's it. Negative. I don't like it. Or you could say δεν μου αρέσει καθόλου. Δεν μου αρέσει καθόλου. Δεν μου αρέσει καθόλου. Δεν μου αρέσει καθόλου. Μου αρέσει πάρα πολύ. Or μου αρέσουν πάρα πολύ. Let's focus now on conversation. I'm gonna be asking Mario if he likes certain things, okay? So let's pay attention because at the end of the video you will get some questions about Mario that you need to answer in the comments below just to test yourself and to keep practicing because that's why we've got my Greek diary here for us to practice. So, πάμε! Σου αρέσει το ελληνικό φαγητό?
Φυσικά, Σάρα, φυσικά. Μου αρέσει πάρα πολύ το ελληνικό φαγητό. Ναι. Το ελληνικό φαγητό είναι το αγαπημένο μου. Ναι. Είναι το αγαπημένο μου.
Σου αρέσει να πίνεις έναν καφέ το πρωί?
Ναι, μου αρέσει πολύ. Ναι, και τον χρειάζομαι. Τον χρειάζομαι. Αν δεν πίνω έναν καφέ το πρωί, δεν μπορώ να ξυπνάω. Δεν μπορώ να ξυπνάω.
Σου αρέσει να τραγουδάς?
Φυσικά, Σάρα, μου αρέσει πάρα πολύ. Επίσης, τραγουδάω πολύ καλά. Ναι. Τραγουδάμε όλοι μαζί.
Όχι τώρα. Ίσως αργότερα. Εντάξει. Σου αρέσει να ταξιδεύεις?
Μου αρέσει λίγο. Δυστυχώς δεν μπορώ να ταξιδεύω πολύ επειδή έχω πολλή δουλειά. Ναι, έχω πολλή δουλειά.
Σου αρέσουν τα ζώα?
Όχι. Δεν μου αρέσουν. Όχι. Δεν μου αρέσουν τα ζώα. Δεν μου αρέσουν οι σκύλοι. Δεν μου αρέσουν οι γάτες. Δεν μου αρέσουν καθόλου. Όχι, δεν μου αρέσουν καθόλου.
Σου αρέσει να μαθαίνεις ελληνικά?
Ναι, μου αρέσει. Αν και είναι δύσκολη η γλώσσα. Ναι, είναι δύσκολη.
Σου αρέσουν τα βουνά?
Όχι, δεν μου αρέσουν καθόλου. Δεν μου αρέσουν καθόλου.
Ερωτήσεις για τον Μάριο. 1. Του αρέσει το ελληνικό φαγητό? 2. Του αρέσει να πίνει καφέ το πρωί? 3. Του αρέσει να τραγουδάει? 4. Του αρέσει να ταξιδεύει? 5. Του αρέσουν τα ζώα? 6. Του αρέσει να μαθαίνει ελληνικά? 7. Του αρέσουν τα βουνά?
Also, very important, if you are speaking to a Greek person, or you are speaking Greek, and you want to say, oh, I like it, in English, you must say, oh, I like it, when you're speaking about, let's say, a dog. Oh, look at this dog, I like it, all right? So, in Greek, you don't use that it. You just say, μου αρέσει. Ο σκύλος, ο σκύλος. Είναι όμορφος. Ο σκύλος είναι όμορφος. Μου αρέσει. That's it. You don't say I like it. No, it doesn't exist. You cannot do it. It's μου αρέσει. That's it. You are speaking about the, I don't know, let's say, nice line escape, okay? Το τοπίο. You're speaking about that. In English you would say, oh, I like it. In Greek you would say, μου αρέσει, μου αρέσει. That's all, all right? So that's how it works, okay? You cannot say it. There is no way to say it, okay? The same happens with Spanish. I don't know about Italian, to be honest. I don't speak Italian, I'm afraid. At some point I think I will start doing, but first things first. Greek is quite hard already, all right? So no more languages for now, please. Okay. Very important for this. You do not, never ever use εγώ μου αρέσει. Εσύ σου αρέσει. Never ever. You can't use these subjects. Never.
In this context,
The reason why is because we are already using μου αρέσει by me. Μου αρέσει, I like. Μου αρέσει ο σκύλος. The dog is like by me. Okay? It's causing the feeling. So you don't use εγώ. Never. Never use εγώ. Alright?
as a recap, here there is a chart for you to see the general picture, where you must conjugate like based on what or who you like, using the indirect pronoun as a subject. For instance, they like Maria would be τους αρέσει η Maria. Another example could be we like dogs, which would be μας αρέσουν οι σκύλοι. Have you enjoyed learning and studying with me? If you like it, please join me and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.